Hello YouTube! For you today I have a Cyberverse Commander class Megatron. As you can see, he is a mini version of his deluxe counterpart, which I do not have transformed at the moment and I cannot show you. It is not the best vehicle mode, but it is pretty good considering what they give you, which is nothing but arms, legs, and a body. He has no kibble. There really isn't much to show off because he doesn't have a lot of detail in this mode. It's basically just a robot folded up and then having his chest exploded outward. So, alright, first take off his little sword. Next, take the legs. Just unpeg them and twist them. They're not really pegged in tightly. Then you just rotate them down and legs pop off. And then that's it for his legs. Now for his arms, you just unpeg these a little and you pull those out and twist the cannon around. And the chest is a bit tricky. You have to fold it down and then before you peg it in, you have to lift these up and put them in place. And then one last tab in of his waist, and that should do it. And there's Megatron in all of his glory. He is very menacing. And, well, I'll show that off later. Look at that face. It is absolutely monstrous. He does have a lot more detail in this mode, including painted hands, little painted forearm, a little bit of silver in the abdomen. His feet do lack something that make him look a little meh, but they're feet. Little pointed knee hook. And the most important thing is cannon, which is slightly off. That's partly due to the transformation. It is the only sacrifice this toy even makes. Is that little tiny bit of twisted plastic. Right, and he does have one additional feature. He has a little energon sword that can be plugged into his arm to give him an arm blade, which the Voyager tries to do, but it gives you this. A very tiny blade, in fact. These two blades are the same length. So, yeah, the Voyager, it fails. So this is what I love this figure just by the fact that it has Megatron with an N-scale sword and a cannon that is not ridiculously huge. No, this is backwards. In addition, the sword can also be held by him, so he can just have a regular sword. You can't hold on by this peg, so he's got kind of like a stabby weapon. And for some reason it can be plugged into the cannon very tightly. For anyone to break that. For posability, he's got a 360, but it moves the shoulder armor and it does kind of look weird when you put it all the way around. especially for some reason, this is a, these are two different tones of plastic. So yeah, he's got a swivel here, and he's got a ball joint here. So he's got pretty good articulation. No head, no hand. Ball joint here. It is kind of limited because of this little bit of plastic here. And has a pin knee. But he can get into pretty epic poses. Like my favorite actually involves getting this little bit of plastic and splitting the waist. Kind of gives her a pretty good I'm about to stab you in the face look. Which is actually more appropriate of Optimus Prime, given what he does in the movies, is literally take people's faces. So, this guy quite possibly is one of the evilest looking Megatrons there is, as well as the most successful, given that he is not dead. Or fails every single week. So yes, he is going to succeed. This has been, well, I haven't quite decided that yet. So, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a little feedback, and tell me what you thought about it. I will be bringing you more videos, hopefully, in the future. Good day to you. This is, again, Undecided. Goodbye. You can leave now. Just press the buttons.